What was it like meeting The Rock?
How did that happen? And then went for dinner with them after, and he's like talking to me as if I'm a peer. And I'm like, dude, I'm really not.
Oh, you are though. Right, we are going to be going down memory lane with the wonderful George Ezra right now, who's joined us. Thank you for joining us for this.
Not at all. Thank you.
Are you ready to take a trip down memory lane?
Yeah, I am ready.
Yeah.
I can see the first photo already. It's a good memory. As long as you don't hit me with anything.
There's nothing weird. I haven't been going like through personal
Yeah.
pictures or anything like that. You know, speaking to relatives.
Oh, God. If that kind of thing happened, I'd be like, no.
I'd love it. We should have got baby pictures.
No.
We should have next time.
Shall I tell you what I can see here?
Yes, please. Right.
I can see, well, a younger me, not much younger, with a Brit Award in my hand. In the past, so you get the option to find out whether you've won or not. I don't know if you're supposed to say this, but the morning of or the night before. Having won one now, it makes me laugh that that's an option, because for this one, I was more or less sat on the stage. They couldn't have put me closer to the stage. Whereas in years gone by, I couldn't be further from it. I was like, I wonder. As if they're going to have me in a relay race through the whole of the O2 to get up there.
Imagine them going, hang on, it'll be beautiful. Like, 1 minute, I'll be
come
down.
on. So, yes, I didn't need to ask really in hindsight, but I did find out because I didn't want to be completely, So I'd had a bit of a heads up. And therefore, it's going to be a bit of a full-on night. And what I did, which I would recommend to anyone, if there's like a big event, is I sacked off partying that night. And actually the following weekend invited everyone that I love and work with to do it retrospectively,
Nice.
Yeah, so everyone could enjoy their night, go and do their thing.
Did
and
you put it on the telly as well? Here's
What?
the moment I won.
Yeah, on repeat. Now, if you zoom in here... no, so that's how we did it. It was a beautiful night. Okay, the next picture.
Oh, yes, let's go.
Ah, look at that.
Now, this is you on a front row. You're amongst, I can see Paloma Faith there. I mean, can you tell us about this? I believe it was with Burberry.
It will have been with Burberry. So Burberry, when I first started releasing music, quite incredible, really. One of the best companies in the country for young artists was Burberry. Christopher Bailey, who headed the company, was really concerned with and bothered about young artists. And so I went from playing in open mics in Bristol to playing these incredible one-off shows, and I in front of the Royal Albert Hall at catwalks, and I ended up going to where was it? Shanghai.
Oh, wow.
I remember I packed a hard drive and an external CD drive for my laptop to watch films on the plane. It had been so long since I'd been on a plane that I got there. And they're like, you do know there's in-flight entertainment.
Oh, did you think you were going to...
I hadn't been on a long-haul flight for years.
Oh, John, I love you turning up with your own entertainment.
So
I've got a
embarrassing.
board game in case anyone wants to play
It's magnetic, don't worry, turbulence won't interfere. And this is one of these events where there will have been a show linked in some way. I can say now I felt like a bit of a tourist. It was a new world for me. I think the thing about it is I could have lived my whole life not really thinking much of catwalks and fashion in that way. And then you go and realise that whatever they're doing is very impressive. Yeah. They turn something on that is, I certainly don't have what they've got going on. It's amazing. It really is. So let's scroll down to the next one.
Let's.
There he is.
What have you got?
I've got me in looks like a paisley shirt of some description that I don't own anymore.
Is that not Glastonbury? Is that the Glastonbury one?
Let's say it is.
It is.
I'm looking at a photo from Glastonbury. If
Had it been a big weekend at Glastonbury?
Always. When you find out you're playing, if you're lucky enough to play, I always cross my fingers, please say it's Friday, because then you can get on and enjoy the weekend. Yeah. When you're playing Sunday, it's like, I'll
enjoy the Friday, but go easy Saturday.
Yeah, truly.
Do you remember that moment? You don't clearly remember that moment, but
not
Glastonbury
specifically.
In itself, you're such a huge part of Glastonbury.
Which is insane in itself. It's my favourite place in the world.
Oh, wow.
Maybe. Well, when I say that, I do like my house, it's my favourite place to visit.
Okay.
Maybe. It's amazing.
I think you're a firm favourite there.
Yeah, it's just incredible. And they managed to create something there that isn't replicated anywhere else.
Yeah, it's huge. Do you want to scroll down to the next picture for us? Do you remember this moment?
There I am with The Rock.
What was it like meeting The Rock?
He was sound. He was so lovely. But it's a bit of like, well, how did you end up there? Because it's not exactly like we broke America in any way. There I am on SNL.
Oh, you mean you? I thought you meant with The Rock.
No, me. Like, how
Oh.
did that happen? And then went for dinner with them after, and he's like talking to me as if I'm a peer. And I'm like, dude, I'm really not.
Oh, you are though.
Like, it was a complete, again, tourism.
Did The Rock eat loads of meat? Was it a plate full of meat? That's how
I
imagine
can't
he
remember,
eats
like,
his
as
dinner.
you can see, my memory isn't great. I can't remember what The Rock ate for dinner.
I'm glad we're doing memory lane with you.
Yeah. That whole time of my life was very exciting. We were going around America a lot. We were lucky enough to support Sam Smith and Hosier on their, their own headline tours. And being a support act on huge tours is the funnest thing because you play for half an hour a night, you're done by 8:30, and no one wants anything of you. So then it's just
Kick back and watch the show.
Yeah, or not. Go out. That was the vibe.
And the last picture there, do you remember this one? This is from Jimmy
No,
Fallon.
another terrible shirt. Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah. Another terrible shirt. Is that what you're getting from these? You're like,
yeah.
Lovely. They're very similar look, these shirts, aren't they?
Do you know what? I do remember that. I remember it rained all day in New York, and I don't know why, but I chose to walk in the rain deliberately. It just felt really nice that day.
Oh,
Yeah, so I walked around Manhattan in the rain.
made yourself nice and ill before you went on stage.
Yeah, and then that storm was traveling across the states, and we were supposed to be going to, I want to say Nevada somewhere, and all the planes were cancelled, and it was a nightmare, logistical nightmare, ladies and gentlemen. But I do remember that. Yeah,
Out of all those pictures, 'cause that is our last one there, which one is your favourite memory? Do you
I'm gonna say Glastonbury is the one I remember the least. But if it's at Glastonbury, that will be my favourite one.
I can't believe that that's the one out of all of them that you didn't recognise. That's
Well,
so funny.
because I guess there's nothing that says Glastonbury about the photo,
True.
and I
true.
play a lot of shows.
We'll forgive you for that one. George Ezra, it's been lovely to meet you. Thank you for taking a trip down memory lane with us.
Thank you for having me.